also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now the rookie from Pitt, this is James Conner. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 94 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. And here are the defensive starters, and their coordinator is hoping that they have short-term memories from last week.
A very tough week indeed, Brandon. All they want to do now is be solid right out of the gate. No big plays given up early.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll set up to throw. And some room to roam now. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now the Cemeteer man, Chris Jones, on to kick. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. You get a look at their 9th-year quarterback, the former Missouri Tiger. That's Chase Daniel.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him.
And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talked about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there's no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
So now here come the Dolphins. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going. Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before, getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now 3rd down and goal from the 1. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Now this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Elliott puts this one through. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So it's an old-school extra point, but certainly a disappointment that they couldn't get 6.
Yeah, when you see 19-yard field goal in the box score, you kind of shake your head. But their head coach decided 3 was enough.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step, because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And now this offensive unit, we get a look at their starters. They put up good numbers last week, looking to carry that forward.
Yeah, Brandon, they saw the numbers from last week. They expect to at least replicate them. They think that they can put up bigger numbers this week. They are a confident bunch.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Out of the gun, Daniel. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The rookie from UCLA, Tech McKinley. And it'll be 4th down. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 19 carries, 63 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
On second down, here's Daniel. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. 23 yards on the play. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 47-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Daniel. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down, Daniel. Jordan Reed has it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jordan Reed, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are back within a score. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Here we go. Green, 39.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's... highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Yeah, thank you. On first down, Daniel. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
A first down throw for Daniel. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Second and 10, Daniel again. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And here we go on first and goal.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
To the air again, Daniel. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Daniel throwing again. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Jordan Reed, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. A 10-play drive that time, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And our focus shifts here to Alfred Morris. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. That's taken on the 25. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Daniel on 1st down. They find some open field here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. From midfield, here's Daniel. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. On 1st and 10, Daniel. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Dolphins are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Raiders didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Hits a late in the first. Daniel's gonna find his mark, and he'll win the sprint to the end zone, cutting the deficit to 3. Dolphins have it at the 9. He stays up the middle on the run, and this two-play drive goes for a touchdown as they move out in front 10-7. Now to late in the first half. Daniel's gonna complete the pass, and this play will go for 6. The Raiders trail now by 10. So that'll do it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We're going back under the lights for the second half of this Sunday night matchup.
This fielded at the 2. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground right around the 26. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to work his way down to the 16. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. Third and 11, and some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard, you're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Miami, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Oakland, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida. Now a handoff here to his running back. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They look to throw. Fights him off. And some room to work. And avoids the contact by sliding. A big gain of 31 on third down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Second down now after the pass completion. A handoff as they run the counter play. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man win? What he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
It's caught on the right side, Williams. And that's a big collision. He's knocked backward as they will mark him down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And Sturgis able to knock it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drops. They're going to look to throw. They will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Brandon Marshall, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Looking to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now the seventh-year man, Chris Jones, on to kick, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. They'll set up to throw. Throws left side, complete to Brandon Marshall. There he goes, Brandon Marshall. Touchdown, Carolina. Brandon Marshall in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers have taken the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Point after now from Sturgis. And they will take a 7-point lead now. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Tyreek Hill sent to return it. A nice little juke. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, LR.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Panthers are happy to be in front right now and just want to play 2 more solid quarters. The Dolphins won't panic either. They know they just need to take it 1 play at a time. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Third down at the 47. Marshall's got the reception, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 37-yard line. Unfortunately, they would have to settle for just a field goal. He'll be tackled at the 36-yard line. Staying late in the half. Marshall's got the catch here, and this goes 20 yards for the score. Panthers tied up at 17. Staying late in the half. Marshall's the target here, and it ends up working for a touchdown. That takes the lead up to 7. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
Now to return, this is David Johnson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Time for our players spotlight, and it focuses in here on Cam Newton. And really a solid group effort. I mean, the montage focuses on him, and rightfully so, but it's been a good job of a team to get this lead.
I'm with you totally on that. I love the observation. Offensive line and people having to protect him, they've really been in sync and been on point. How about the guys going out and catching the ball? Well, the receivers, the running backs, everyone is involved today. And what we're watching right now is really a beautiful team effort, isn't it?
Absolutely. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Cushing not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Going to give this time to the tailback. So able to break through the initial contact and then down right near the 25. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back to the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And he'll give it here to his running back. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. He's such a good route runner, shows it there on 3rd down, very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And now they'll run it here off tackle. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the... They stay on the ground. Again, it's Morris. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. C.J. Beathard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
All right, partner, let's go to cliche time. We're all back to even after that score tied the game.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. A 10-play drive that time. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Carolina getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Marshall. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
He'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Hogan. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Room here to run. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. Second and just 1. They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ryan Anderson in there to bring him down, and it'll be a play to remember for that young man. The first sack of his NFL career. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The Dolphins on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And some room to roam now. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
You know, I have to be really happy after that play. The offensive line, to be able to create space in that situation when everything's jammed in and everyone knows you're going to run it, that's a big time play.
Because you're probably just thinking, hey, let's get to the 4 or 5 and get some breathing room, right?
That's all you're asking for. That's all your punter's asking for. Instead, he's not necessary now.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They'll drop to throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
The Panthers on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is third down and 12.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Open man left side is Gronkowski. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
That's pulled in at the 32, and he goes out right around the 39. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A gain of 6 there on first. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Now back to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Back to throw here. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll make it second down. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
Action now, Barney.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got room. Space to run past the 20. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. First and goal. They'll try to run it with Morris. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Alfred Morris, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Carolina getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They find some open. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Dolphins have got it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them, because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. William Golston, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Look, Carolina had a number of issues last year, and that's why they slumped to 6-10 after a Super Bowl appearance. But pass rush wasn't a problem for them. They still got to the quarterback.
47 total sacks. That was just one behind Arizona, who led the league.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue for them, young corners, they gave up a lot of big plays.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Time running out here on the play clock. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Red zone opportunity. That one looks like he'll throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
He'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Complete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Morris. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Alfred Morris with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They run again with Morris. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Alfred Morris with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now we'll see what Brandon Marshall and the offense has in store this go-around. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
He was looking for his big target, Brandon Marshall. That'll bring up second down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Back to throw now on second and 10. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So here we go, first and 10 now.
What's left? What's left? Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Looking to throw. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Here we go. Brand 38.
They'll set up to throw. His throw incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and it's third and short.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Panthers on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's third and 3. They'll set up a throw. And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
The Panthers on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is third and 10.
Let's go. 1, 9,
He'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by David Amerson. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. time, and that should just about do it. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Miami, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Charlotte,